Inferno, potentially a last chance for IHC to come through with another finals appearance for the ESL Challenger League. So far, they have been able to come in quite a few of those, at least been contending for all, and for once, it looks like they are heavy underdogs going into this one, the way ARAVT have been playing. I don't know if you'd agree with me on that one, Michael. Probably not, but...
Yeah, it will be a first chance as well for ARAVT to take a crack at getting to the ESL Pro League conference themselves. So this would be an interesting story. They have certainly become the underdog story of the playoffs. IHC, yeah, it could get overrun. Nice little boost up there for Techno to find the kill onto Fury, and Shinobi took a lot of damage as well for his early adventures. They're moving in quick to this B bomb site, and Cabal taking so much room. This is looking like a very safe plan here for IHC.
Oh, absolutely. IHC just so much ground gain. The CTs are split apart like it's nobody's business. Blitz not even forced to use the Molotov yet. Annihilation's got flashes to flash him through CT. Techno's gone and found another kill in the meanwhile. This is a good-looking round.
Could keep armor nice and safe as well for the remainder players, but Score was holding the back line. He found those dualies the hard way. The damage being done to Techno as well. They can find and sweep up a couple more kills here on the ARAVT side, but Mir can get $350 upgrade into full head armor in the next round. Shinobi will not have the same luxury.
I went back and checked something, Michael. ARAVT in the previous season actually were eliminated in third place by IHC in the lower bracket finals. So that was a 2-0. Yes, that was a 2-0. So, you know, could be some interesting times ahead of us.
Would be poetic, wouldn't it?
Oh, no poetry here. Annihilation is a pros man. He is definitely a pro.
See the investment from ARAVT. They do have FAMASs available. Control as well has the dualies on this bomb site, so quite a lot of firepower, all things considered. Working off a budget. The boost up could be nice, even if Shinobi is felled. Control can pick up the FAMAS very quickly underneath him. Escaping will be difficult, but IHC aren't even headed that direction. Just probing, bouncing between the sites while reinvestigating, take control of the brackets. Important that you show presence both sides of the map. This is what we'll expect to see from both IHC's default on T side as well as ARAVT.
Ooh, position given away. But I have to say that ARAVT have been a little bit hesitant about rotating and stacking over into particular bomb sites. Of course, in Ancient, they haven't needed to do that as much, but generally speaking, it's been a trend where they're more content in splitting up 2-0-2 than maybe playing a 4-0 or 3-1 setup. And now with Tamir finding the first kill, Hi was set up for success, a success that he will not be able to find. Tamir's left inside the pit to see if he can get anything out of it, but no, nothing to be found. And after just go back to the point I was making, if there were 4 players here, that first kill could have been a difference maker.
Yeah, not going for as many gamble stacks as I think we get used to seeing, especially in European competition. People are more willing to take that risk and put some efforts into not only setting up for a potential save call if things go awry, but also just, I think, a bit more faith in their anchor players to perform and just get 1 kill, fall off, and buy time. I haven't really seen either of these sides really express the same game plan on CT. And ARAVT won't get hunted afterwards. So nice conversion round here for IHC, folding that force buy of the ARAVT squad. Said we needed a comfortable start here for IHC across both the maps. Again, there's a lot of slow burners against NKT in the other lower bracket game. And again, the lead, they've typically been good at converting as well. Fury got a kill with the Deeg, and the dualies actually convert on Cabal. Flash was brilliant.
Should have. Blinks out, taken down. Techno's found and eliminated. Short work being made in the T side is suddenly a little bit worried even now. Techno is actually getting very exploratory on his own. Shots taken to the back of the bomb side. Dig comes in, Tamir to finish off, and this is turning around on its head. Bomb very well out of possession for the IHC side, and with the footsteps of Blitz being given up, they are ready to rotate back over. 2 rifles picked up as well. High's got himself armor, so the question is, what is IHC's game plan going to be? The A side seems to be generally contested by score. The Eagle coming in from the side. Tamir will be looking to circle around. Scores good for the first. Will he be here for more? Yes, he will. Hi still does have armor. Don't forget, a freebie will make it a 1v1, but a smoke down, and he's about to find out that it is still the B-bomb site that has been put under attack.
Yeah, great job from Score to make this round feasible here for IHC, but Blitz has to try and outmind Hi, who, like you said, had armor. He picked up this AK a long time ago, but won't have a kit, and actually maybe a little scared of the idea of Blitz being in a forward position. Too many angles to clear. So very difficult, and was he playing for the Blitz mind game that he would wrap deep CT? Very curious, but Hi not actually challenging too heavily for this retake. A one-on-one that could have definitely been challenged, but Blitz, like we've been sort of highlighting before, has been pretty solid in clutch rounds and finding flanks and in hitting the important shots. Hi, a relatively new addition to the ARAVT squad, wasn't quite up to the task.
Need to see a little bit more attempts and things like that, though. I have to say, maybe it's just my pet peeve. I'm generally unhappy about the amount of clutches that people attempt in Counter-Strike overall. Feels like it's just gotten lower and lower as time has gone by, obviously as a result of skill increasing.
It's like you would have been able to buy up a rifle into this next round anyway, so give it a gander, give it a swing.
Might as well try. If it strikes out, then you never know. That said, IHC can still be reset economically. Techno tagged up just a little bit, but there's not really too much else for the CTs to do over here. Their utility is dwindling. Both players having a smoke apiece, but no incendiary behind it.
Swing was pretty well timed there from Tamir, but couldn't quite catch the reload. Blitz trying to go for the wall bang. So no equalizer being found here from ARAVT. Thought there were a couple opportunities at it, but IHC are now grouping themselves up in trade positions once again to set up for some map control. They've already got some presence over towards Banana. So Brackets is the next target. Where are they off to? 2 players deep rotating CT. Thought they were about to converge on this B bomb side, but they left a gap over in middle, and that will be capitalized. Score found his kill in the apartments as well, so the A side has crumbled. ARAVT running away from fights?
Yeah, they're...
It does kind of feel that way.
It's just such a strange contrast to what we're seeing in Ancient as well, where it's just like, oh, Tamir's in the zone. Don't worry, he'll get the 1v3. And then it's like, oh, I've got an AK and Kevlar and I can buy him the next round. I still won't go for the 1v1. And it's just...
It's a little submissive for me.
It's like one of those Doge memes. Tamir in 1980 compared to Tamir in, 2022. And they might end up falling over here regardless. There's a flashbang available, won't be needed. Score just shoots people. Kind of old school that way.
And hi, more like... Oh, actually, never mind. Hello. More like... Bot.
Hi, again.
Oh my god, he just keeps killing him.
Actually, hi twice over.
Why didn't he just go for the 1v1?
Swear to God, Michael. You see what I mean now? He even... I'm telling you, it's a low bracket fun. I'm trying to contain my rage. But every time I see this guy's individual prowess, it's just like... Yeah, man.
Have more belief in yourself.
This guy didn't watch enough Disney movies growing up. You need a dose of Mulan.
Well, round number 5 will tick on over and guns are out. So let's get down to business. Hi can get that AWP into his hands and drops over the AK to Tamir. So 2 players that we want to see activation on. We were certainly noticing that IHC were struggling to get kills on their CT side of Ancient. That seems to be the same problem here from ARAVT, but not for lack of trying. Just seems to not quite know where to aim at what times. Control. This is certainly a mad play. Down to second mid. Nobody's contesting, and Tamir has a small gap in that smoke. Score wasn't ready.
Neither is anyone for Control's position. Annihilation's shown where he is. Control's got info of 2 players. Turn around, Annihilation. No, literally just walked over him. Too many comms going on right now. He doesn't quite get the audible of Techno moving forward.
What is going on? Oh my god. I mean, just to have the comms so cluttered and to have so many chances to basically get more than just the 1 kill in your position, it felt like ARAVT could have just taken this round by storm, but you can see now IHC are on high alert.
Kabal is just sitting in T-spawn. He's terrified. He doesn't know where these guys are. It's like, how did he get to underpass? What? Let's in the meanwhile gets a freebie. Okay. Last time I'm bringing this up. Okay, last time, I promise.
Okay.
But you're getting aggressive in 2v3s when there's a lot of time on the clock and the T's have full utility. But you won't go for a 1v1.
It wasn't him. It wasn't him.
If there's 4 people dead, they can say it's a team decision.
Yep, that is true. Sometimes you want to be quiet, though. Let them make their own decision. Well, this is an IHC easy one. They killed the A push. Instead, late aggression. Blitz is deciding between plant spots. Spoiled for choice. This is a very reasonable save from IHI.
Yes. I am not upset about this one.
Yes. But 5-0 start here for IHC. No slow... Not slow out the gate this time over on Inferno. And we were saying that we needed to see this. It's not really been the Annihilation show. Instead, it's been Techno, Score. They've been the main propellants so far. Blitz as well has had his fair share of contributions. Again, he gets the important frags.
IHC will be able to come up to 5-0 already. Very reminiscent of NKT starts against them, actually, but heavily helped out by Techno. It's good to see him fragging out. He's obviously one of the players who got a lot of steam about him back at the Major in Antwerp. Was really impressing in a few crucial moments. Mechanically solid, just a player with a bench run for finding these crazy entries or getting some great anchor performances. It's been a little bit drier so far in this season, I'll be honest, but good to see him at least coming through with some signs of life. Good nades in the meanwhile. Airstrike comes out.
Disgusting. They need rounds on the board, and that's not the way to start. Doesn't even get a gunfight. That is dirty. See some players as well try and intentionally duck out of that position just so they avoid something of the like, but not this time for ARAVT. Shinobi will be left to his own devices over at B. ARAVT don't want to break the A setup.
Flashbang down mid. Fury getting ready for them to move through. Flash doesn't catch him off at all. That one goes a little bit awry. Fury will be traded regardless. Up on the bomb side, Hi is finally given a chance to fight while there is still chance left for this round. IHC for plenty of time to turn it around themselves, though, or try and go for something like a B split. Deep Library Smoke has come through, and it looks like Archer's Wrap is still the name of the game with the Archers plus Library Smoke there. Score can try and segment the side out from Mini Pit as well. A flashbang goes deep, but Tamir's taking advantage of it. Cabal found with his back turned. Hi now waits around the corner. Tamir's gone and found another one. Hi missing some crucial shots, but Tamir never misses. Now trying to go for the reload in the corner, gets a headshot as well. Annihilation brought down low. 34 HP is all he's got. Rotation's already here. Shinobi will wait for Annihilation just to give him some time to spread over. This might have actually worked out for him. The fact that Annihilation has backed off into a corner. No kit for Shinobi. Don't think there is one on the side either. Annihilation back spotted out, but he has managed to creep through regardless. Now turning around. Annihilation is expecting this. Shinobi Doesn't know how close he was to greatness, but Annihilation will just persevere, come out on top. Crucial miss from High though.
And I mean, just the timing working out just narrowly there for Annihilation in the 1v1. Shinobi caught just the tail end of him, and to have the presence of mind there for Annihilation to close that out, that's kind of ridiculous. It's a 1v2, you know, outside of the trade onto High, maybe even a 1v3 that Annihilation has been able to pull off, and those are critical frags. Wow, fast peek down mid. Fury was already in position. Might just start to hit a bit of a roll here for IHC, but a very, very fortunate state of affairs to keep this run of form on the roll. Some nice shooting, but ARAVT didn't really stand much of a chance in this round, and they won't even get a plant down. 7-0 here for IHC's T-side start.
You can't be feeling too good about yourselves if you're ARAVT right now. It's gone from the highs of always having control over Ancient to the highs of Inferno.
I thought you were going to do a lows bit, but...
Nah, it's a little bit more subtle than that, Mike. Come on, give me a bit credit. Deep smoke, and they look to be contesting. This time it's a fast play from the T side, but quickly smoked off. There are grenades available. We'll be doing some decent damage, but not enough to actually find a kill. There is no airstrike available for the CTs, at least not one in an easily accessible angle.
More damage than we've seen in previous rounds, though, in terms of the opening segment. Very infrequently has the util actually landed and weakened many of these IHC players, so it's a sign of things to come. Util more on point. Oh yeah, it's just like we all expected. Cabal on the AWP, and actually giving over a lot of his utility is Annihilation. I think someone was traded right back. Cabal didn't want to throw everything. But a well-timed smoke, one that will delay them even further. They don't have a follow-up afterwards. They will have a Molotov available for Shinobi, and as the execute comes out, that'll be there to meet IHC right at the gate. Annihilation burning, a lot of damage being done. Control, the spray transfer is perfect, but it will get hunted down eventually. Shinobi is left in spawn, but they hold the man advantage.
Not going through, the boost has been spotted. Cabal will just make short work of it. That's an audible given up for the jump, I believe.
Yeah, I don't even think they spotted it. It was just the spam from Techno instantly railed the bottom side of the totem pole.
That's even such a nice flash combination with the Molotov just to make sure that their utility's on point to find the first few kills. Unfortunately, Shinobi falls without being able to add anything else to it. So despite initially thinking that, hey, Control's gotten 2 kills, this should be a good round for them, Shinobi going down just makes it completely useless later on. Obviously, he was waiting for the boost to come through, and hey, maybe that's where they can find something, but it feels more like you want to try and fight around the utility that your teammates throwing and commit to that rather than a boost. Obviously, hindsight, 2020, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things as well that people have gotten so much more used to the idea of when that CT smoke is down, that one of the threats that you have to deal with is this late assembly of the boost. It was definitely a breath of fresh air when teams started doing it in like early 2020 and maybe even slightly before that. But now it feels like teams are so much more aware of that as a possibility. So IHC just spamming it as well. After Desperate, they need something different here to start off round number 9, and the deep aggressive move there from High is certainly nice, but he was not even convinced he was going to survive, throwing that ult back to his teammate. They still go down a man at the start.
Lots of tags and damage on IHC. But again, ARAVT split up 2-0-2. Trying to now lean back towards the A-bomb site, but the question is, will you be trying to go for a peek with a flashbang, anything like that, information plays? Because that's something that has been sorely lacking from the ARAVT side. Admittedly, very often IHC just gets an absolute advantage within the first 25, 30 seconds of the round, and then things become a lot more difficult to call something like an information play. Archer's smoke is good, though. In the meanwhile, timely smoke for apartments will be able to at least stall out the IHC players a little bit more, but they have been looking comfortable so far in these late commits. There is no pit player. There is instead man inside graveyard. That's Tamir hoping to activate. He's been a great player so far. He's only good for one in this round, though. Hi is simply unable to get involved and help him out. And Fury's MP9 is dealing damage, but not really picking up the names. The other side of it, though, when he's able to swing out against the op, that is where he will overrun. Moving in, a gray screen in his face, a Molotov at his feet, and Cabal overrun by Control, who's just pushed through and found two.
Wow. Okay. I was not expecting this round to go as swimmingly as that for ARAVT. They had the numbers there for the A-side attack, but IHC were able to find that entry fast enough. I thought they'd be able to scale in. It was really the heroics of Fury that just created so much more opportunity for Control to come in with these two critical kills. Fury pressuring the back with the MP9. Finding those two meant that IHC suddenly didn't have great post-plant positions to hold on to. So that's what it takes for ARAVT to finally break through here on the defensive end. A low buy, they were down a man, they were weak on high. Things were not looking good. A small fumble, a small glimmer of hope suddenly opens up. Uh-oh.
Oh dear, score misses out on that one. Looked like it could have been a freebie.
Yeah, Tamir throwing that grenade so close. That should have been the audible that Score needed to trace him, but I think he waited extra time for the flash.
Oh, Blitz is gone in the meanwhile. Fury through the smoke, able to make a quick connection. Tamir is the trade, and although I say that, Fury is still alive and kicking. Annihilation is the one who has to bring things back even. Only one player on this A-bomb site, Hi, who has had a lot of difficult rounds for himself. 3 of his kills coming out when he's actually trying to save his weapon. So let's not forget, impactful frags are really only just one.
That could be the one kill that IHC needed, though. Now they'll attempt the wrap onto this A-bomb side. High is close to the AWP, and Annihilation just hits the trigger quicker, and Cabal will cut down the rotate, so bomb not even needed to go down. They make sure that ARAVT have no survivors, a 9th for IHC.
That is the ultimate op. The op deal just won. Literally
so close
just
to the angle.
Crouch peek in on a close angle, slow walk out, and bang. Annihilation is so quick.
Oh, this will be another money burner here for ARAVT. Good news is they're on max loss bonus. Is that good news?
I guess. Sort of.
It's something, I guess.
A really bad silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, hey,
buys on buys.
No, please don't buy bisons. Actually,
yeah, I mean, don't do that. But the point is, they can afford weapons. Might have to settle for FAMASs, but at least they'll be on some semblance of equal ground. Another presence being built up over towards Banana, and ARAVT have a double setup. They have to fight this. They don't have util to slow and stall.
Shinobi's been separated off from his teammate. Control's got no way of actually fighting into it. Smoke on the side will at least give him some more space. Shinobi has been traded. Control's got only the one. B-bomb side given up, and don't forget Score. He is still down in mid, spots out, and has been spotted out by Fury respectively. II still around the corner, waits for the crossover, but the bomb just jumps right over him. Flashbang, no smoke rather, inwards. Let's play noise, spamming right back. Damage dealt to the CTs is just simply higher. Score still waiting for any sort of push to come down mid, so it's a 3-on-2 on the bomb side itself. By the time Score comes back in, there was a timing window that ARAVT is unable to exploit. Annihilation watches out, rare miss shot. Score trying to move on to the site. Annihilation's got the flick, and it brings it back to a 1-on-2. They did see Score earlier on. They should know it's a banana play, and Score's found the first kill. They've turned away from the bomb. He is relying on it as well. Grenade goes in deep, obscures some vision as well, and the spam right through it. Score is such a godlike player in these clutches, man. Wow. That's just that's actually insane.
Yeah, that's a really well done play. Just to use the smoke as coverage as well for that peak, because he knew exactly where that bomb was planted and where he's likely to be sitting on top of it. Fury with that AWP just couldn't see a damn thing. I imagine from his perspective, it's just being attacked by a shadow. 1v2 and another clutch one here for IHC. Annihilation pulled off one and now Score as well. And while the desperate plays continue, SMG for Control finds nothing, and there's only pistols around the other side. We should expect this buying pattern here from ARAVT because of that loss. So the max loss bonus. But we should also expect that they lose a lot of these rounds.
Yeah. Like I said, kind of the worst silver lining you can have.
Looking like an 11th here for IHC. Only two members remain here for ARAVT to somehow turn this one around. And I don't fancy their chances. I mean, it's very likely we see ourselves, hell, even with like a 13-2, 12-3 half. Score's really going to try and knife him. Really.
I hope so.
This is such a risk.
It's
for
okay.
like no reward.
No. There's reward. There's a map 3 to play.
You gain nothing from
There's
this.
a map 3 to play, Michael. Michael, you're not a mental understanding person. Even just the jump scare value there is, mate, this is, bellissimo.
Serves you right, man.
Nah. Michael's not a man of feelings.
No, deserve. And Hi gets his hands on an AK, so that's nice.
He's on 4 kills since the round. He killed 3 people with the AK. He's been saving
exiting,
weapons.
yep.
Okay, he's got 6 deaths across 12 rounds, where his teammates have lost 11 of them.
Getting real Sanji energy.
It's not dropping for his teammates either.
That's untrue. I'll have you know, when he saved that AK, he bought an ult the next round. And he gave the AK to his teammate. How dare you?
Yes,
Don't you?
when I bought my Porsche, I gave away my old Corolla.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
True, but not quite the Samaritan energy you're looking for.
It's not charity.
There's a resale option on CS. Techno, meanwhile, very fast move back to sandbags. There should be no way of displacing him truly.
There should be a great comfort in just leaving him here and then just setting up for brackets take or maybe even apartments on IHC. I haven't seen this attacking squad actually set up in that area previously, but you can see ARAVT have more than enough utility to help stall on B. Boost up is a nice idea.
Just walk in contact. They've heard the smoke. They saw the player up top, but they didn't quite recognize it. And the heads controller is able to trade out at the very least. It's a 4-on-4, but Techno just fighting away, quickly rectifies prior mistakes. Molotov right at his feet to make sure he doesn't push through. Okay. It's like a sheepdog going on over here on the map.
You got to go for these. You just have to because you're running out of rounds, but Annihilation will cut one down. There is a trade right back, and there is a kit available as well for Hi. He might have to be the one that instigate the action because they know where Tamir is.
Annihilation, and he will be revenged. It is just Tamir left to try and save the op. Now this is what you will sound.
Yeah, I don't really remember too many Sanji op shots.
You're not going to remember that one either.
No. 12-1. Yeah, you see Cabal so fixated on being able to get that first kill, they didn't actually spot the feat of control on the boost. Could have been a nice, clean double entry. Still ended up being. Just could have been even more squeaky. Well, anybody questioning the Inferno pick from IHC? Probably very quiet right now.
All I'm questioning is why they ever even went range in the first place. Not on this one, obviously, but in general.
If anybody decides to peek long, I do fear for them. Annihilation was posted for quite some time, and ARAVT were late rotating after setting up some early presence over at B. They will instead leave that side of the map in charge of control. He does have some extra utility, I think. No, actually. Will be high to investigate down mid and may actually cut them off here.
It should be at least one free kill to come through for him, as Annihilation will be caught out in the back lines. Annihilation is able to get his utility off at the very least initially, but they're turning around and they're trying to find the players in the back lines. It is going to be a single trade. Back to CT's control, spotted out. A flashbang underneath will not matter. The bomb can be planted. High's got nothing to do about it. Blitz just takes the peek forward, even trying to pre-fire it, unable to find the frag, but these are two players coming out from Banana. No utility left for the T side to try and stop it. CTs have got no effective utility either. Hi doesn't quite get the timing, and Techno's got Blitz to try and help him out as well. Fury turns from the flashbang. It's so little time for him to work with no kit either. Techno just makes short work of it. Michael talked about a lot of things. He talked about a 12-3, talked about a 13-2, but IHC want to do even one better than that.
Yeah, I mean, this will be ridiculous if they get to a 14-1 half, because that's just too far gone. ARAVT just haven't been able to get anything going. No retakes have gone their way. They've been saving in sometimes circumstances where you would maybe like to see them contest. They have been getting shut out of this game, and anytime they've been close, we saw a score, well, 1v2. We saw as well Annihilation pull off, I think, a 1v3. So even in the rounds where they have a man advantage, they are not able to settle into victory. Black is perfect here for Techno on the entry, but there will be a trade right back. They have lost another player as well on the IHC side, but that's both of the B players. So Cabal, you can see the urgency. He wants to take room.
Oh God, Cabal is so thorough as well. Just manages to bait down and find out. Now, bullets are running low in the magazine. Has to be careful about this one. Smoke goes in deep. Molotov to the back of the bomb side as well. Will keep the rotation from Coffin unable to come through. Annihilation's got another fresh one as well. Goes deep, but before it can actually land, Cabal's gone and got himself killed. It's a 2-on-2. Fury low. High. Timing might be realized, but Annihilation is so hyper aware. Goes ahead and finds it. They're not stopping before 14, Michael. They have no intention of doing so. Fury's got nothing to work with. He's sweating. He knows his death is inevitable. 14-1, IHC have run over ARAVT. There seems to be no way for them to bring it back. If nothing else, we might have to look to overpass, but we're off to a break. When we're back, we have to see whether ARAVT can save some face. If this was a trust game, well, ARAVT have fallen every single time. Just waiting for someone to catch them. One of them to come out, help out. But it just isn't meant to be. IHC 14-1. A display of dominance that is seemingly unmatched in, well, ever since actually 16-0 to Rare Adam, if I'm being specific, in ECL history.
Yeah, that was certainly something. But I really wasn't expecting ARAVT to fall so flat here on our second map. They have been engaged in the kryptonite usage of Ancient against IHC, but Inferno might be their kryptonite. We'll see if IHC can just bring this over the line and start to think about overpass or not. Scores found the first, and they're getting a lot of damage onto these ARAVT players. In fact, there are no reciprocated frags until Control finally deals with Score. But now it's all just Control. The only one that's found kills for the ARAVT squad is who has to clutch. An ace would be required, and he is completely boxed in. Might be able to fight his way out of this, though. Hold the phone just a second. No, they run him down. It will be a 15th year for IHC. They win both pistols, and ARAVT are still stuck at 1.
Cool, so GG go next.
1 is the loneliest number.
That you ever knew. ARAVT, unfortunately, don't look like they're about to get out of the lonely zone. It is just going to be... It's an AK. It's the Eagles. A Tech 9 for Demir.
1 AK. You might even say it's Akon.
Or you might not.
Well,
That 1 AK has found 1 initially, at the very least, and Score, unfortunately, has traded it out. That AK is out of their hands and unrecoverable because the push from Banana is going to be enough to eliminate Shinobi as well. In the meanwhile, it is a AK eliminated before it can be put to use. The dual leads pulled out as well. Techno knows what it's about. It's a wild, wild East here, buddy. And it's 16-1. IHC destroy. And he hopes ARAVT have. It's over to Overpass. We'll be back after a short break.